All right, welcome back to the nosebleed section. This is from the nosebleeds, and I am Tyrell. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Got my boy Dre, the sports junkie. He is back. How you doing, Dre?
Man, cannot complain. The hockey season just started yesterday. Today is day 2 of it. Baseball postseason's going up. Man, and I get to do a nosebleed show. Don't get any better than this.
Let's go. Dre, go ahead and tell them before we get started, what's your blog information.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So for anyone that is watching, if you have an Android, you will go on Google. If you have an iPhone, you will go on Safari to find this. I have a blog currently, as you made mention of. It is called AundreLakes.blogspot.com. AUNDRELAKES dot blogspot.com.
All right, y'all heard it. So go check out my boy Andre. Go check
And
out
I cover
that blog. I love his blogs, man. I'll be reading, bro.
and don't worry, guys. I want to be a future announcer one day, or on-field reporter, whatever the case may be. So, if you're thinking, oh, well, he only does this team and that team, no, 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 no. I'm a announcer for everybody. I cover everything every sport analytically and statistically. If you're someone who likes to read, you read my analytical page. It's about a 4-minute read. If you're someone who's just into stats, then you'll go to my stat sheet.
All right. All right. So we are here again for another edition of Power Rankings. And there has been a lot of movement. Now, there were 4 teams on the bye week. That was the Green Bay Packers, the Atlanta Falcons, the Chicago Bears, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So those teams were on bye. And because of that, spoiler alert already, they're going to lose some position in the power rankings just because of how wild some of the teams that were lower on the list really stepped up to the plate. So it's nothing against these bye week teams. I want to put that
Yeah.
disclaimer out there. So let's go ahead and let's get things started. At number 32, this team has not been in this position. It is not the New Orleans Saints. I have to admit, it's not the Saints. It is the New York Jets. I cannot put a 0-5 team higher than 32. I
Oh
just
no.
can't. And I was like on here last week just saying like there's some talent on their team, but there are too many veterans on their team to be 0-5.
0-5.
So I don't think it's an Aaron Glenn thing. I think Aaron Glenn is a fine coach. I just think like the organization structure is just so bad in New York, and you can't ignore like
Yeah.
how bad it
It
is
has to
in New
start at the
York
front
City.
office.
It has to. It has to. So the Jets, they're easily the number 32 team, which shocks a lot of people because I just said last week, like the Saints is probably gonna be that team that's always gonna stay at 32. But it's not the New Orleans Saints on my list. It is the New York Jets. They were ranked 29th last week, so they lose 3 spots.
Ooh wee. I got Jets at 32 as well.
All right, we already
That
agree
one
on
was
one.
a no-brainer for
No brainer.
sure. Even me, bro, before I even started doing like my notes, even before I started that, I was like, I'll do the Jets last because there's no way
Yeah.
I'm putting them a team with, like you said, a team with no win does not deserve to be any higher than 32.
No, no.
They're
It's
lucky they're
just
30. They're lucky there's not 35 team because they would be number
no for real.
35.
For real. It's kind of crazy because I just kept trying to give the Jets leeway on the power rankings. I'm like, I can't give them leeway no more. There is no leeway. So the Jets are at 32. We both agree on that. So at 31, I got the Las Vegas Raiders at 31. They were 30 last week on this list. So they lose a position. There's nothing about the Las Vegas Raiders that excite me. Like there are some bright spots in Bowers when he's healthy, Genty, Max Crosby, but like that's it. The Raiders as a complete team, they suck, they stink, they make football look more complicated than what it actually is supposed to be as far as
Yeah.
professional standards go. I have not been impressed by this team whatsoever. This should be really another 0-5 team if they didn't play a inexperienced New England Patriots week one. But like overall, they're just as bad as the Jets. They're just as bad as the New Orleans Saints. they are one of the worst teams in the league. So they were ranked 30th last week. So this week they're ranked at 31st.
I got them at 31 as well. Look at us,
Look at that! Look at
But
that,
I will
chat.
say, I think for me personally, on a quick note, the Raiders to me, man, I mean, when you have our brother Isaiah already designing a mock draft and the season is 6 weeks in, bro, that is just that. And I've talked to a few Raider fans. My dad is one of them as well, and he just said he doesn't understand, like, why does every coach or every good player that goes over there just forgets how to play or coach.
I
And what
think
it is
with,
too,
with Pete Carroll, it's father time, man. Like Pete Carroll's 73 years old. Like it's father time. Geno Smith is father time. Geno Smith is writing an essay back to the haters. Like it's just they came into this like they went inexperienced the first time, right? They went and Antonio Pierce last year. That was their hire, right? And the Antonio Pierce thing was a rejection to Josh McDaniels. And it's like, oh, well, the inexperienced thing didn't work. So we're gonna take a hard turn right to over experience and somebody who should not be coaching, let's be honest here, at a head coaching level, probably should be a consultant for the team.
Yeah, and that just like we said, we're what, week 6 would just happen, right?
Yeah. Or week
So
5. We're going in week 6 right now.
Week 6, okay. So I think my biggest thing too is like we're 6 weeks in and this O-line still hasn't gotten that shit fucking figured out. Like Genty, don't get me wrong, like Genty can't be the running back that everyone thinks he is or wants him to be, because they're not opening holes for them. They're not providing running space. If you watch that game against the Colts, bro, the Colts, they clogged the running lane every chance they got.
Yeah. I thought they had it figured out or somewhat figured out last week in week 4, but that turned out not to be the case. Number 30, this might be our first disagreement, but at number 30, the New York Giants, they were 26 last week. I have them minus, so they lose 4 spots on the list. This is just because, like, I still believe what I said last weekend. The Giants defense is starting to gel together. It's just that they can't get their offense going. There is no Malik Neighbors for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Cam Scatterboo is good, but like they need another running back to complement Cam Scatterboo right now, and they don't have that. Like this is a team that I am more so not going to knock as much on this channel, because this is one of the teams where I'm like, there's potential here, and it's not this year. This is like their build up year. This is like to get experience year. And it's really about what's going to happen in 26, what's going to happen in 27. The Giants, and really both New York teams in the bottom 3. That would be it for me. I thought New Orleans was a winnable game for them. They just kept shooting themselves, shout out to Plaxico Burress, in the leg. Like they just kept shooting themselves in the leg. So like and that comes with inexperience, that comes with a rookie quarterback, that comes along with a young, youthful team with with very little veteran experience and not even just veteran experience, little veteran experience that has experience in winning games like this or has experience in winning key games. This is what happens. So the Giants at number 30.
I actually had the number 30. Yeah, I had the Falcons actually. For me personally, I get it. They're not too low in the pack, but they're also, I think. I think this is going to be the year, Falcons, and I think this
at
might
30.
be. For me personally, yeah. I was fighting with that one. I originally had them at. Let me look at my rough draft. I originally had them at 26, but I feel like there's other teams that I would prefer to be in that section.
You got the Falcons ranked that low. Like I know they had a bad game against Carolina, but okay, go ahead. This is your time.
Oh no, I have that. Yeah, no. Like I said, that one and New England was when I texted you. Those two I was kind of fighting with. Like I said, I wanted them at 26 at one point, but I'd gone through my list. Nah, I like them at 30. Um,
I I
Number one, you get,
I would have
and
to,
I get it.
I would have to strongly. I don't think the Falcons are that bad where they are a bottom three team.
I don't
Explain
think
why
so.
they're a bottom
I
three team.
think
No, not even
for
close to a
me,
bottom three.
outside of the ass whooping that they took from Carolina, outside of that one, I just haven't seen. I haven't really been impressed, bro. Their their offense
Like
doesn't really
they're not they're not
fizzle to
world
me, and their
beaters.
defense. No, but they just don't impress me. I think this is going to be
But
the
at
year. I
bottom
think they're
three,
going to have it. I feel like this is. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to say. My bad. I think this is going to be the year that they're going to end up being consistent, inconsistent. Win this week, lose next week, win maybe next week, lose again.
yeah.
They're going to be consistent, inconsistent this year, and I'm putting them there.
Is it because you expected more from the Falcons? Is that what it is?
I did
Because
add a
I just
little. I
I
kind of
just
did.
I can't
I
fathom
kind of did. I know. I can see it in your
in
face.
my
I
head.
know.
I can't fathom like this Atlanta team. Like I'm not saying they top 10, right?
No. I get. Yeah. No, I
They're
get
not
you. 100.
even.
Percent
They were top 15 last week in the power rankings, but I wouldn't put them nowhere near bottom three. I mean, I know it's your list, but I try not to question a list, but that is
No, hey, dude. Hey, I
that
don't
is
care.
borderline baffling to me. That is
That
baffling. Like, and
no,
I'm
I
not even
genuinely
BSing,
they
bro. Like
don't.
that's why I did it wasn't because I didn't hear you. It was, did I hear that right? Did he just say the Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, yeah.
Okay.
I just
All right. Well,
this
you
to
know,
me,
wow.
this is the
Okay.
year that they're going to be very inconsistent, consistent this year, and it's going to be every week.
Ooh. If this video
And
blows
and
up,
Falcon
boy,
fans,
you better
Falcon
be
fans,
ready. You better be
hold on,
ready.
hold on, Falcon fans. If if the Falcons don't turn out to be what I expect, what I thought they were going to end up as, I will personally come on here. Pause. I will go on the All Grind Sports Show and every podcast that I'm on, and you will get a thorough and a precise apology.
I can't wait till I show this to my coworker. I work with an Atlanta Falcons fan that's from Georgia. I can't wait till I show him this. Oh my god.
Oh God,
I
from
don't
Georgia
agree. I
too.
don't disagree. I don't disagree with you believing that this could be an inconsistent team. Like win 1 week or maybe win two, lose two, whatever it may be. Like I don't disagree with you with that because that is a strong possibility with this team. But for that to be
Yeah.
bottom three, okay, let's move on to number 29. At number 29, I got the New Orleans Saints. So that actually moves them up 3 spots. This is the first time the Saints have not been ranked as the worst team on this power rankings so far this year. That it was a good win against the Giants. I definitely have the Giants winning this game. I've made the jokes that New Orleans could go 0-17. I thought Spencer Rattler, like legitimately, like I have been shitting on Spencer Rattler. I'm still not the biggest fan of Spencer Rattler, but he balled out this week. Like he really did ball out this week. He looked like Drew Brees out there for a week. So I got to give big kudos and big shout outs to Spencer Rattler, to the Saints. They played complimentary football against the Giants, and really this Giants game for the Saints, the way this season was turning out for them,
Oh yeah,
definitely
and also,
benefited for them, and it came at the right time for them. But yeah, Saints is number
oh
20.
yeah, and you also want to make sure that you let the fans know that they had their first pass for over 75 yards for the first time since 2016.
Which is
For
insane,
me,
but
I
that don't
had
surprise me.
the Dolphins. There's, oh my God, bro. For me, for that spot, Saints and Dolphins, bro, that was a fight for me too. Not all of them, but a vast majority were a fight for me. Um, but for me, it's been the Dolphins, bro. They have been playing so piss poor. And
Yeah.
yes, I know they had a sizable lead this past weekend, but they still found a way to lose that. And
Yeah.
Tua getting hit in the head on that tackle a couple weeks ago, and then all the Tyreek Hill situation. They just have too much dysfunction going on behind the scenes, and I think that I think it's honestly showing on the field. You got Tua always being questioned because of his head injuries. You got Mike McDaniel, aka the Miami Kingpin, who is over here. I don't really know, but I know no. Like there's just too much there's too much turmoil going on right now, too much distraction, and they're not playing Dolphin football, bro. Like I honestly thought they were gonna not be an AFC Championship contender, obviously, but at least compete. And
Yeah.
then Tyreek went down. It feels like it's almost like a revolving door now with Miami.
Yeah.
When they make the
Number 20.
playoffs again?
The last
I know
time.
they did. I know
20,
they went with Tua, right?
20. Yeah, but Tua didn't start in that game. It's like
No, he
Skylar
didn't.
Thompson.
Yeah.
I think that was. I think was that McDaniel's first year in the league. First year as a head coach.
If Hill was over there, then yeah.
Yeah, because they played Kansas City, so I think that was 22. They had played Kansas City in that playoff game.
Thank you.
And I think Tua did start. I think of another time where Skylar Thompson had started. No, Tua. I know Tua's like as far as him being on the roster, he's been there twice at least.
Skylar Thompson.
I know that's
Tell the Browns to go get
already.
Tell the Browns to go get him.
No. And speaking of the Browns, they're number 28 on this list. They haven't moved a single spot at all. They were ranked 28th last week. I mean, this was they had game one and they lost again. I want to put the Browns higher. It's just that the coaching and the offense is so atrocious. I can't put them any higher. Like this defense, they do too much. Like, be honest here. Like people, like who were like, "Oh, the defense." And yes, the defense not show up at the last drive. Yes, but like to sit back and completely ridicule the defense when the defense has showed up week in and week out. And for people who don't watch the games, they would think I'm crazy for that. Just go watch the Ravens and the Lions coming. How many times your defense would have did something? Okay, wow. So I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like there's too much reliability on the defense to where the coaching, the offense, the special teams, and just the structure of the front office is just drags his team so much. But like pure football standpoint, it's offense, special teams, it's Stefanski, it's Ray Vitrone. They all got to go. So Cleveland Browns at number 28.
So I have the Tennessee Titans. Now, before I digest and dive into that real quick, let me get the one positive out the way. Cam Ward, you are, to me, you're an incredible player, man. I mean, I know it's not the start that you wanted, but it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. And for me, I think Cam Ward has made so many positive steps, and I feel like he's learning and growing each week. When I say one of the positives, let me demonstrate real quick. There's times where he'll get rushed and the pocket will collapse, and he has the poise and confidence to be like, I'm either going to take a big shot, but I'm going to take a big shot more than likely, absolutely. But I'm going to make sure I get this ball out. And he's getting it. Not only is he getting hit sometimes, but he's getting the ball out accurately still. He's hitting his receivers in the hands. So that's where I'm like, can you imagine Cam Ward do you think, real quick, if AJ Brown had stayed, do you think him and Cam Ward would have had a really good connection?
Absolutely, because Cam Ward would be AJ Brown down there somewhere.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I think he has a solid repertoire with Calvin Ridley. and really with Cam Ward, like there weren't a lot of. And by the way, I got the Titans at number 27, so we'll just continue off the Titans, which they were ranked 31st, +4 for them. For the Titans, I mean, for me, like Cam Ward hasn't been an issue for them, like throughout this entire season so far. Like he's making throws where, like, they're so good the receivers seem too afraid to catch. Like he
Yep.
has like outside of really like they have problems at the receiving position. So Tennessee definitely is not going to be competing for the playoffs, but like they should definitely be looking into retooling building the offensive line and getting some type of receivers in there. And if I'm Tennessee, as much as and maybe that's I don't want to do it to Cam Ward. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say that because I don't want that to happen to Cam Ward. I think if Tennessee was to sit back and think about it, they probably could like a team that's selling, that like maybe they thought they were gonna compete and they're not. Maybe a Henry Hollywood Brown, would
Oh,
benefit
okay.
going to Tennessee. Absolutely. Kansas City would benefit for, you know, a third day draft pick out of him, maybe a second day draft pick.
Well, I would just
But
say it
like,
because you got. Because I was just gonna say,
but
because you
like,
got AJ Brown over here hollering and
yeah,
tooting about not getting enough catch
yeah, he
targets.
ain't going back
Cam
though
Ward will
because
Cam Ward
he's
will
leading the ball. But
to Cam
and
Ward,
I'm
bro.
starting
That's
to
Randy
see, and I'm
Moss.
starting to see AJ Brown's name being floated around the trade deadline. I'm starting to see his name being floated around as a
I wouldn't be
potential.
surprised if it was back
Um,
there,
so
but I
overall,
feel like the money would have to be
Tennessee's
right
like
too.
again, like Tennessee is kind of like they're they're like essentially like they're like the Giants in the sense of I'm eager to see what they're gonna do, but I'm not thinking that's gonna be next year. I think we have to wait a couple of years for this to play out, especially if the Titans move correctly. Titans at number
Well,
27 for me.
yeah. Oh, that you had them at 27.
Yeah, that's why I said let's just
Okay.
continue off the Titans because I'm at 27.
Yeah, it's just for me, bro. He makes the accurate passes and he doesn't mind taking a shot or two. If that means getting the ball out, if that means getting hit, taking a nasty hit, so be it. But
Mm-hmm.
I like his poise and his confidence, and he doesn't shiver under pressure either. He just needs the complimentary guys around him, and I promise
Yeah,
you, he can show you what he can really do. Get that
and
line
Jake,
sorted.
yeah,
And the
and JC
receivers.
is
My bad. I
right.
was just
Like
gonna say.
yeah,
Oh, my bad. I was just gonna say too. My thing is too the receivers, bro. They gotta. That's what's killing me. I'm glad you brought that up because they don't create enough separation. It seems like they're
no,
almost in a way like if you watch them play, like lollygagging in the route, in the routes, and it's like, come on, man, like that route you could have been done with it, and that ball could have been released.
mm-hmm.
But since you want to take your sweet time, Cam Ward's over there running for his life.
Yeah, and JC is right. Like they're doing something with that defense too. They really are. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
starting to they're playing good. Like I said, it's one of those things where they young, not as much talent there, but like they're making the best of what they got there in Tennessee.
Yeah, and they can
Who do you
grow
have at
from that.
27?
Oh, for 27, let me check my list. Oh, that's where I had the Saints at, and I'm just gonna go out and say you're not lying. Spencer Rattler definitely had himself a pretty good game this past weekend. But then again, it's also like what we said on the All Grind, bro. Like, just we've seen a lot of mid-tier quarterback be good one day and then just be
Yep.
complete garbage the next 2-3 weeks in a row. So I feel like this was one of those games where it was more like I'm gonna keep you quiet. At least this week, I can shut you guys up. That's what that was. At least this week, I don't have to hear your mouth, or I don't have to hear
Right.
ESPN saying this,
Right.
that, and the third. Next week is when he knows what everything's going. Well,
Yeah,
if he
because
keeps.
now there's some expectations for you to go out there and play like that again, or similar
Yeah,
to it.
now it's not only can you win, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make because I know they're playing New England next, so I'm being humble about that. Like that term, like he can't. I hope Spencer Rattler's not in that mindset, like we said about Drake May. You're not good enough to be looking at who the next team is on your schedule.
Yeah.
So I hope he's also didn't let that get to his head, and he's like, oh well, now I'm really starting to feel myself. Like that's what I don't want. But outside of that, bro, the defense has been. And I feel like their defense has always been pretty solid these last 3-4 years, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
I always feel like it's always just the offense. They have a great defense, but it doesn't complement to their offense.
And it used to be the opposite because it used to be their offense and then their defense didn't compliment them. So yeah,
the poor Saints, man, they're like,
reversed.
finally, we got the defense. Now we don't have the
Oh
offense.
no, we suck again. Right.
And then it's we got the offense.
Right.
But we don't have the defense.
this is a weird thing to say, but I actually had Miami at 26, and I feel like I have them too high, but I just got them at 26, which
Well, they
despite the
haven't
loss,
competed.
they move up one spot, from 27. And I think a lot of things you said is true. To me, Miami's two biggest things are the two things that is not producing wins. It's Tua and it's McDaniel. And
Mm-hmm.
if the organization, because I have Waddle, you're not gonna have Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is done. When he comes back next year, I do not
Yeah, he's out
expect
for
him
the year,
to be in the Miami Dolphins uniform. No, I don't expect him to be in the
and he'll
Miami's
be in his
uniform
30s,
next year.
right?
Be in his 30s, and I don't expect him to play for the Miami Dolphins next year. So you're
Hey,
gonna
he's
have
going back to
Jalen
the
Waddle.
Chiefs.
Now, I don't think that's gonna happen too. You're gonna have Jalen Waddle. You're gonna have to find a new quarterback. You have H or that's how you pronounce his last name. Um, so there's some guys at the skill level position for the
Oh, A
Dolphins.
Chain.
A-Chain, yeah. It's just they got too many problems. There's too many problems, and I couldn't put them any higher than 26. I was kind of like, why they at 26? Just like to me, I think they just like worst team Dolphins. You got the Raiders and all that shit, and it bring you the Atlanta Falcons. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I got Dolphins at 26. So let's go ahead and speed this up just a bit.
Oh yeah, I got you. No, I got the Ravens at 26. Just because it's been, I know they've been they got hit with the injury bug, but come on, we don't. Well, we don't use injuries for certain teams, specific teams, and you got Cooper Rush at your quarterback. I mean, there's not really much you can do right there. You're 1-4. Um, since Lamar Jackson went, bro, that game against Kansas City, bro, that was bad, and then Texans,
Yeah,
bro, it
that
was even
was.
worse.
And they couldn't
That
build off
Texans
that
game
Cleveland Browns
really
win.
showed. I had to go and real quick double check like who was playing for uh the
Yeah,
Ravens, and then I was like, well, that's why you got Cooper Rush at your quarterback. You got Roquan Smith out with the neck injury. You just got a lot of injuries, and you don't have the right guys right now. And in football,
yeah.
I get it, next man up mentality, but sometimes there's just certain shoes that you just can't fill.
All right. 25 Cardinals minus 2 spots last week, 23. This is they're not who we thought they were. They're not. And I know JC go, well, we wasn't gassing, but there were too many people gassing up the Arizona Cardinals online. Like I know that Harrison Jr. I have nothing bad to say about him. Marvin Harrison Sr. Nothing bad at all. So please don't my house. And they got McBride. So that's their team. I'm sorry, I've never been a fan of Kyler Murray. I will continue not to be a fan of Kyler Murray. You saw what he did against Tennessee. You saw how he could not lead this team when Tennessee tried to make their comeback and was inefficient in leading them. To the point where Cardinals fans were booing the crap out of them. Their defense, once again, for the third week in a row, gave up yardage to where a team could hit a game-winning field goal. 3 weeks in a row, and 2 out of those 3 was against division opponent. I think they're good. I think they're a lower team as of right now. So the Arizona Cardinals at 23. 25 last week, 23.
Oh, it's totally right. So, wow. All right, man. I actually had the Giants at that 25, right?
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, I had the Giants there. It's just once again, I get it. So Jackson Dart, he has his moments, but he's also at the end of that game against the Saints, he also showed some of his weaknesses too. But I think that team as a whole, man, I mean the defense, yeah, they're all right. I feel like some weeks they're on, some weeks they're off. But the offense, man, it just can't find its consistency.
Yeah.
I think with Cam Scadaboo, like you said, real quick, I just want to note that I like Cam Scadaboo as well. ASU, I believe, is what he came out of.
Yep.
And I just think he needs a complementary partner, almost like a Montgomery and Gibbs kind of thing. And that's the era of football that we're living now. You need a 1-2 punch.
Okay, yep, I agree. 24, I got the Carolina Panthers. They don't move in last week. I don't have much to say about Carolina. It was a good comeback win for them against the Miami Dolphins, but
Well, they needed that.
they
win.
don't have they need talent. They need talent. Like Bryce Young is
in a
can't do it
fucking
by himself.
line.
They need everything. They need it. It seems Carolina has needed everything for the last 5 years, and they continue not
Start
to
with the front
address it.
office.
So, yep. Excuse me. Continue not to address it. So Carolina at 24, I think that's just a decent spot for them.
Okay, now I'm not going to spend too much time on this team either because they're just we already know what they are. But I got the Bengals there, and don't get me wrong. You said come again.
I got the Bengals at 23.
Oh, you had them at 23. Okay, I have the Browns there. So I have Bengals there, and that's for me strictly only because. Number one, you got fucking Jake Browning as your QB. And I get at the beginning of the prediction episode, Rel, you were actually one of the guys that said Browning can be hit or miss. Because there were remember last year he was able to hold it down just enough until Joey B got back.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we can't keep doing this every fucking year and then getting away with it. It happened it happened year after year after year for a little bit, but
2-3 years.
Now they're now at the end of the road. Defenses have gotten stronger, and at some point you're like JC said, it's with this Rams too. They can't keep falling behind because at some point you're going to run into a team that don't play that, and that's the problem with the Bengals. It's better to start fast rather than. And I get it; it's not how you start; it's how you finish. But this Bengals team can't afford to do that, and they're not, and their biggest target, Jamar Chase, isn't getting the necessary. Well, I mean, he's able to get the yards, but he needs a different Q. He needs a Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but that's about to change with Gunslinger Flacco there. So, yeah, Cincinnati is 23. Okay, you got the Cleveland Browns at 23. And you want to add to the Cleveland Browns? I have nothing to add to the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, no. The only thing I'll just add for the Browns is that, honestly, for me, man, it's just it seems like it just feels like they got no continuity. And when I say continuity, Tyrell, I mean, I'm not just talking about players. I'm talking about your coaching staff and your front office. It's like they're never on the same fucking page.
No.
Ever.
This organization is never on the same page.
And I felt like the one time that they actually were on page was the year that you guys went to remember when you guys beat Pittsburgh like a couple weeks before the playoffs?
Boy, this whole city, don't forget about that back-to-back Pittsburgh ass whooping that we gave them.
And that's what I'm saying.
We never forgot about that.
For once in our lives, at least for me, in my opinion, I felt, and real quick, I just wanted, and then we can move on, but I just felt like that was the one time that the Browns had that continuity. But since Baker left and everything that happened after that, bro, it's like it's almost like, for example, like this. Say you're the GM and I'm the head coach. Hey, GM Tyrell, here's my idea and what we could do. And then I feel like they're going like, oh, okay, that's a cool idea. And as soon as they turn their back, I'm not doing that shit.
It's actually the opposite. It's more like Barry is fighting against. That's what it seems like. That's what it feels like. It feels more like Barry's fighting against Stefanski, DePodesta, and Haslam. Because it's been reported that Barry wasn't on board with the Watson trade. And Barry wasn't on board. And Barry wasn't on board with drafting Dylan Gabriel. He wanted Shador. So it's like
no one is taking anyone's ideas.
No,
or listening.
It's 3 men. It's 1. Pause.
Yeah, no, I get you.
There's 3 against 1, and I think that's what's going on with the Browns.
If they want to start winning, they need to start getting on the same fucking page.
I'm not worried about them winning. Next, because for that brief moment in 2020, I thought the ties had changed and it didn't. So I don't believe we're gonna win anytime soon. So next the Ravens continue their slide on my power rankings. They went from in 2 weeks, they went from a top 10 team to a now hey not even cracking the top 20. They're at number 22 for me. They lose 6 spots from last week. I had them at 16 last week. So they're continue to slide. So the Ravens, they're just, I mean, I expect them because they've done this in the past to pick it back up, but they're not good on defense. They're not good anywhere. They're not good anywhere. Even with Lamar in there, they're not good. And they never built off of beating Cleveland's ass. They never built off of that. It's like they felt confident because they lost that game against Buffalo, felt confident against Cleveland, and it was like they lost to Detroit, and the whole team just started sinking. And I know we don't make injuries as an excuse, but that's the only reason why they're not a bottom 5 team is because they have like 16 players on injuries on the injury list. So that did not play. So I at some point, yes, it's next man up, but how many next people do you have?
Man up.
Yeah, how many next
Not
man up
everyone
do you
is a
have?
rough.
With
Not everybody can
quality
be a
at
diamond in the
that.
rough.
Because there are guys they don't talk about. There are guys on the team that are just there for a roster spot. They're just there because they need to fill it out. So Ravens at 22, I think that's a good spot for them.
It's 22. I have no, it's actually a really good spot for them. I have but I have Seattle there at 22. For me, 22, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I have them there. They're for me, they had a shootout performance against Tampa Bay, which was that was a crazy game. Both receivers were going crazy for their respective teams. But I feel like, because I think if I remember correctly, the last time I did the show with you, Tyrell, I think I had them a couple spots lower than 22.
Yeah.
I think I had them at like 24 or 25. But give me another 3 weeks, and they'll probably be in my top 10 if they keep playing the way they're playing. Because now I feel like Sam Darnold has found his niche around here. I feel like now he's finally getting a little comfortable with the system. He's got that chemistry with his guys on the offensive side. Again, I know the defense let up a lot of points, but like I said, that defense has been, for me so far, has been pretty good. I think for me now, they just need to keep, my main thing is they just need to keep, I feel like they've slowed down in quarterback pressures these last couple of weeks. So I feel like that they need to pick that back up, which will be fine, and they'll be good. But outside of that, I have them at 22. And I'm telling you, bro, if they keep playing the way they are, in about 2-3 weeks, I'm about to boost them up a little bit.
Okay. Number 21, I got the Houston Texans. 2 good wins for them. They were ranked 25th last week, so they move up 4 spots.
Same here.
It seemed like they played better without Cam Robinson on the offensive line. Or maybe that's just because everybody on Baltimore was hurt. But 2 good wins, and that was kind of a statement, regardless of what the injury issues are for Baltimore. They, in the way Houston played those first 3 weeks, that first 3 week Houston team would have lost to this Ravens team regardless. But they did a good job playing against the Baltimore seconds. But overall, like I think Houston is on the rise. I think that first 3 weeks is kind of like that was some straight bullshit. They had a very tough first 3 weeks. They had a close game against Tampa. They had a close game against the Rams. So they lost 2 very close games that they could have won, and they didn't capitalize off of that. So the Houston Texans at number 21 for me.
Okay. And I had them at 21 as well.
Okay, cool. All right. Number 20, I got the Dallas Cowboys last week. They were ranked at 19 last week, so they lose 1 spot. I know they beat the New York Jets, but they beat the New York Jets, and I think there are better teams than them. So, yes, I have the Dallas Cowboys at number 20.
Okay, the number 20. And then for me, is there any? Well, you just kind of broke your reasoning down already. Yeah. I have New England there.
When I get between 20 and 15, it's just more of I think these are the middle of the pack teams. There's not a lot I can add to them.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. You just made it easier for me too. But no, for me, I have New England at 20. They've since losing that second game, man, they've been competing. They've now went. They had that, kind of an iffy start because against the Raiders, and then had that second loss. But hey, you know what? They picked it up, and now we're one game above 500. They're one game above 500. They're 3-2 in the 3-2 now. I'm just really happy with the progress. I'll say I'm happy with the progress that they're making. One more thing I want to add is Drake May. Keep the poise, keep the confidence, and there were times where, there's times where people grab, and he's literally trying to do almost, the stiff arm, trying to get away from these defenders. He's keeping drives alive. So both offense and defense, they made positive steps these last 2-3 weeks, and that's why I just think they deserve to be in top 20. But don't get a big head. You got the Saints coming up. It's any given Sunday. So stay humble and just be ready.
All right, number 19, even though on a bye week they lose one spot just because strong performances by the other teams ahead of them this past week, Chicago Bears, nothing to say about them. So Chicago Bears at number 19.
I got the Cards there at 19.
God bless your pea picking heart.
Hey. I still have faith in Kyler. All right. I know it's been iffy. I know it's been rough, but Tyrell, he gonna watch this show.
Dude, how many times do Kyler Murray get a chance before we start saying, all right, he's not him as y'all think?
Well, for me,
because it's been like what, 5 years?
It has, yeah.
For me,
y'all
haven't seen enough.
Is this year, and
okay.
It's still week 6. I still want to give him that love. Okay. I believe in him. Okay, I hope he don't fail me, Kyler. Please, me and JC have belief in you. But no, like I said, despite the inconsistencies in the second half, that's what I did not prepare for, was the inconsistencies that they had in the second half, especially against the Titans. They were up 21-6, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so I just think they were up
21-3. You got to realize, the Titans scored 19 unanswered points.
Yeah.
19 unanswered.
That's too much.
So, yeah.
But no, I was just going to say, look, despite that real quick, I just think, I promise you that the offense is Kyler is going to come back down to earth, and he's going to get it going after this week. He's going to get it going. I promise you, Tyrell. Just give it just this year. Call of Duty is garbage now.
Yeah,
he has no excuse.
I'm not falling for it. Number 18, I got the Minnesota Vikings -1 last week at number 17. This was a good last minute showing by the Vikings. I thought they played good throughout. They just played a very tough Browns defense. Carson Wentz, I thought he looked pretty good out there. They were able to, especially in that final drive, and really all their scoring drives, really, they were able to keep the Browns defense off balance. And just, I think overall going 1-1 overseas, that's a pretty good showing for me for the Minnesota Vikings. So I have Minnesota at 18 when I had them ranked at 17 last week.
I have Dallas in that spot. I get it. They played the Giants. Boo-hoo. I know.
Jets.
Jets. Thank you. I get it. But if we're going real quick, I know we're going off wins, losses, and all that stuff, and I get that. I feel like that tie for me kind of has them in that 18 level, because it's damn, that tie is really going to come in and play a factor at some point. But
yeah,
if you've watched the Cowboys games this year, bro, I think usually when we look at Dak Prescott's stats, they're usually garbage time stats. But lately, he's been putting up some fucking numbers, bro.
Right.
I never give Dak Prescott his flowers. And George Pickens, he stepped up when he needed to when CD went down, and that was the biggest question going into that game a couple weeks back. I just feel like this offense it's moving smoothly, and the defense is just fine. I feel like the Dallas defense is more like, as long as you take care of your end, we'll do our end.
Okay. Right. Number 17. Sorry, Atlanta, but Atlanta is at 17. They lose 2 spots, even though they were on a bye week. They were ranked 15 last week. That's because there were 2 teams that jumped way ahead
Way
in
ahead.
the power rankings and my personal power rankings. That's the only reason why the Falcons lost those the 2 spots. But I will say this about the Atlanta Falcons. I agree with the potential of consistency, but they are not a bottom 3 team. This is a middle of the road pack team that's learning how to win with Michael Penix, and they're gonna get it together. Their defense is pretty good too. They're not the best, they're not the worst. They're average defense. They're not a bottom 3 team. I think what the weed that you be smoking, bro, you need to lay. What does Stephen A say? You need to stay off the weed.
You gonna see what I mean.
Okay, sure. Not at a bottom 5, not at a bottom 3 level. So, but Atlanta, just because there's some teams that jumped you, nothing against y'all, but y'all at number 17 here.
Me, I had no, yeah, okay. There's had to pull up my notes. I put Chi-Town on that one. I like the strides that Caleb is making now, but I think him and Ben Johnson with another year or so under their belt, I think their chemistry will finally get going. But you can kind of see, like, what's that word I'm looking for? You
Potential.
can see like the horizon. You can see the positives.
Yeah.
You can see what you're going to gain out of this if they just stick with the process, stick with this program.
Right.
But for me personally, I still don't understand where you got those 10 wins from, but I do think this will be the year that they are at least going to compete.
Yeah.
And I now see Caleb is starting to do that. The defense has been, for me, they're 50-50. They're in between. Some weeks they have good weeks, some weeks they don't, but they're making positive strides in the right direction.
Right. 16, I got your New England Patriots at number 16. I thought that the New England Patriots probably had their most impressive win since.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say it, since their last Super Bowl. That probably was their most impressive win since their last Super Bowl.
2019.
Sunday Night Football, Buffalo, with the world watching to see what this team is made out of, and they delivered, they executed. Drake May look like a star. Drake May look like one of those guys that is just going to improve. And I will say this as a bold prediction to a MVP caliber player.
Wow.
I think he will develop into one of these days if he plays like that and plays better. He was poised, he was calm, he was collected. He extended drives. He trusted his receivers. He trusted his offensive line. He trusts the entire coaching staff. He led with conviction. He led with honor. This was a very great win with no fear of that Buffalo crowd ready for them to fail and for a blowout. When Mac Jones was put in this situation, Mac Jones folded. Drake May didn't. And that's nothing against Mac Jones. Mac Jones was playing well.
Yeah.
But when it came time, there it is.
He couldn't do it.
So couldn't do it. Drake May did it. And that's partially because they didn't have a lot of talent around him. But I thought Vrabel coached a good game. And I think this is one of those games where this will build momentum for the New England Patriots.
And wow. Okay, so for me, it's crazy still seeing them, like, putting them here. I'm so used to having them in my top 3 or top 5 or top 10 at least, but I have the Chiefs there because I get it. You had these, you climb back to a 2-2 start, and I get that, but the way they lost to Jacksonville, man, was just, that was like fucking pitiful.
Kind of just summed up the Chiefs this year so far.
And
it stumbled the Chiefs. It literally summed them up. Like Trevor Lawrence stumbling twice and still get that just summed up like
it. Yeah.
Like,
and then Chris Jones thinking he's
Kansas
down.
City.
And then Chris Jones thinking that he's down just stood there and watched him. And it was just like, I read a comment and they were
I
like,
can't blame him for that. I can't blame him for that.
"Yeah, I don't
They
either." But you read
they
the
keep
comments,
telling you when a
dude.
quarterback goes down on the ground, he's giving himself up.
Yeah,
And if
and
you try to hit him,
it's funny
you
too
get a
because the
15-yard penalty.
comments are lighting Chris Jones up, saying like you're dumb or you should have made that play. Why did you just give up? Hey, it's look from our vantage point, we saw what we were able to see. From his vantage point, with everyone flying in front of him, he saw him down and probably assumed like, oh, okay, someone's gonna touch him real quick and they're gonna get the whistle. Because if you really think about it, he was on the ground for a long time.
He was. He stumbled twice. Like he was stumbled, try to get up, stumbled again, and then got up. But that's that.
And I know
old
I
saying
always
of
go on the show.
play until you hear a whistle. Play until you hear
And
a
then real
whistle.
quick, right before you move on to, I was just gonna say, I know I always go on here and preach, you know, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. But at this point, golly, maybe the Chiefs do need the referees back because
I don't know.
without their help, they can't do nothing. Easy.
So yeah,
And it's just
Patriots
crazy
being at
because they had
16
a
for
reign
me.
of terror.
Yeah,
I have
so
them at
Patriots being
16.
16 for me. So the Patriots being for me, that is a +5. They were ranked 21 last week. So that shows you how much I was impressed by that win. At number 15, just because there are two teams ahead of them, one jumped massively on the power rankings, another one you just talked about the Kansas City Chiefs. I give my next two just because I have nothing else.
Okay.
15
We're
is
on
Pittsburgh
15, right?
Steelers. That's -3 from so that's -3.
Steelers.
They were last week. I know they were on a bye week, but that's nothing against Pittsburgh. And Kansas City ranked at they were ranked number 8 last week, so they lose 6 spots. Nothing to add to those two teams. So go ahead and give off your 15 real quick because we're gonna try to speed this up so we can get the predictions.
Yeah, no, you go. 15, I got the Commanders. They finally got J5 back, and he looked really good in his game back. And I feel like he almost just kind of picked up where he left off. Uh-oh, you froze. Oh, there you go.
No, I did not froze. I did not freeze. Go ahead. What's 14?
No, but you are kind of breaking out a little bit. There we go.
Oh, okay.
And then
what's 14?
For 14. Oh, shit. I'm missing a team. I forgot to put my 14 down. Who the hell am I missing? I got everyone. Damn. Yeah, my bad. I did not do my 14.
Okay. All right, so
but I'm
let's
gonna
move on
real
13
quick.
then.
My bad. Yeah, for me, I got the Chargers
cool.
there at 13.
Third.
Oh. Yeah, you're like going in and out.
Chargers, I got Jacksonville like 13. I can't find okay, my biggest jump.
All right, there we go.
On this list so far. Like my biggest jump. Jacksonville at ranked 20th last week. I had them as a top 15 team. That is a +7 jump. Like I have kept Jacksonville 20s, and Jacksonville keeps proving to me why they're not in the 20s. Like they keep proving that right now they are a top 15 team. Like they're playing complimentary football all the way around, and I may not like what Liam Cohen did with when he left Tampa, but I can't deny that he's coaching this team, man. And I have to admit, early on, he's turning me a doubter, a hater of his, and low-key into a fan of his. He has his team very well established already. So yeah, Jacksonville at 13 for me. And you say you got the Chargers at 13. So
yeah, I got
at number 12, this is why I shook my head at this. It's the Seattle Seahawks shootout against Tampa last week. They were ranked 11th. But I just think this team is way better than where you at. At 2 or something like that. It's like, dude, this is a Seattle team.
22,
and then maybe I'm biased, but the defense is good, their offense is good, the coaching is good. They can compete with any team. They're a team that I believe is going to make the playoffs with everything that's going on right now in the league. And a team that if on your bad day, you might not want to in the playoffs if you're having a bad day. So at number 12, I got the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, because they could F around and fuck your whole day up. I actually had the Vikes there. I'm really liking the Vikes right now, and if I'm correct, when I put down, they're also sitting now at a in the NFC. They are currently holding that seventh seed in the wild card spot as of right. Like I know the playoffs don't start now. I'm just saying if it was
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Um, but I think for me, they've made some, with JJ from their first game to where we're at now. I think there's still some room that can be improvement on, but it's a team that's still progressing and learning, especially with JJ McCarthy at the helm.
yeah. Mm.
They're
Okay.
gonna get it.
Yeah. 11 San Francisco. I got 11. I got San Francisco at number 11 +3. They were 14 last week. Impressive win against the Rams. Mac
Very
Jones, return of the Mac.
Turn of the Mac.
Mac Jones is stirring some controversy there. Despite the fact that he's like, hey, this is Brock Purdy's team.
Is his knee all
Yes,
right?
San Francisco's playing good.
Is his knee okay? So I
Who,
heard
Jones?
something about him having a sprain. Yeah, Mac.
Now I'm hearing that he's supposed to be starting potentially.
Okay.
So he might got he might. I think he'll be all right. But I think Mac Jones is playing like he's showing you why he was the first round pick so far. And San Francisco's
I know.
again, they're well coached and they're well ran all the way around and outside of their quarterback decision making, but it's hard to find quarterbacks in general. So San Francisco at number 11.
Yeah, he has a PCL sprain.
Mm.
You have them at
You said
11. Okay, a PCL sprain.
Okay. Nah, that's one of the lesser and compared to like the
Things to
MCL or
work
the
out.
ACL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the only reason I brought that up because there was a time where he was like limping at one point. And I was like, God damn. But 11, I got Green Bay. I got them there. For me personally, I know that that's going to be a team, bro. That's not going to. That's going to be a well-oiled team moving forward. The only thing, everyone from numbers 11 to 1, the only thing that they're fighting right now is staying healthy.
Yeah. Essentially.
That's it. That's really all I can
Essentially.
really add with that. Yeah.
10, I got the Denver Broncos +3. Last week they were ranked 13th. When you beat the defending Super Bowl champion, go for a gutsy 2-point conversion and hold them off. Yeah, you're going to get pushed into the top 10. They were already borderline there just for this week alone. Oh, it might more than well likely change. Just this week alone, I got to put you on the outskirts at the top 10. Impressive win to knock off the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay. For me, I got the Steel City Steelers. Like I said, I just like what they've been doing so far at the start of the season. With all the Aaron Rodgers questions, is he going to be a diva? Is he going to try to run the team? Is he going to try to get Mike Tomlin fired if things don't go his way? Just all the negativity about Tomlin and Rodgers and the team in general. And they came out and they're trying to show people. I know it's still early in the season, but they're hitting on all cylinders, at least offensively, and then defense. Their defense usually seems to always be good because of Mike Tomlin.
Okay. At number 9, I got the Los Angeles Chargers. -4 last week. Got them in the top 5. This is bad showing against Washington. Inability
2 weeks in a row, bro.
Be disciplined against the New York Giants. I don't know if the NFC East is the kryptonite, but Los Angeles Chargers, I think they're good enough to be a top 10 team, but they're on the outskirts of being out. Chargers at number 9.
Man, you being nice to them. Tiz gay. I sent him my list for the Chargers, and he just told me everyone that they not better than, and I was like, that's crazy. For me, I got the Bills at 9, right?
Yeah.
So I have Buffalo at 9, and if I remember correctly, I had them a little higher than that last time I did the show with you, but that Sunday night game, man, it was really the Drake May show. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
like
the Drake
he
May
still had
Diggs show.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was May and Diggs show. But for me, that game, it was in Buffalo. So for me, that's when you go home like that. If it was on the road, I get it, and I get it's a division rivalry. But You gave Drake May and that team confidence that they were looking for.
Yeah.
And the way they've been, that what did JC call his MVP last year?
Make a wish.
A Make-A-Wish MVP. Yeah, no, that's all that was. Should have been Lamar's, but it's another story.
Yeah.
They just don't get me wrong. We know what the Bills can do in the regular season. They're always going to be a top team, but Josh Allen can't do it when it matters. And when he comes against, if it was like the AFC Championship or not AFC Championship, divisional round, he gets there and I get it. He may not see that because he saw the Chiefs. He may not see them this year, but you want to be propel the team to the next level, man. You got to get past the divisional round.
Yeah.
We know what you can do in the regular season. Same with Justin Herbert. We know what you can do in the regular season. We're not saying you're terrible in the regular season. We're just saying, or I'm just saying, you can't do it when it really matters.
Okay. Number 8, they were 10th last week. You put a BTA team up a little bit, +2. The Indianapolis Colts, still a top 10 team so far. If y'all been watching and paying attention to them, well-oiled machine. Well, yeah, so far, because you never know. Well-oiled machine. Well-oiled. Nothing else to add. Oh, who you got at 8?
So for me, I have at number 8, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. I had them a lot higher for sure when we did that episode. I think I had them in like the top 4, top 3. But their inconsistencies in the second half, man, have just been. I mean, I get it. Like JC said, the end goal is the W, is the win. I get that. I get that 100%. But the way they've been playing these last couple weeks, man, it's. Have you seen the game where the fans are even starting to boo?
Yeah,
the 3 and outs, and they were rocking in the first half, and then all of a sudden, it's like they just almost got. That's the word I'm looking for. They've been getting too complacent lately.
Okay. 7 on a bye week. Green Bay Packers -1. Last week they were 6. Still think they're one of the better teams in the league so far. And with them, when they needed a bye week, when it seemed like things are kind of like spiraling a little bit, thought it was a good time for them to get that bye week. 7 Green Bay Packers.
7 Green Bay. For me, I have at that spot is Jacksonville. I mean, why? What else do I got to say? They're 4-1. They beat the Chiefs. And Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne and that offense is starting to get going. And we've been waiting for this for the last year. At least for me, I've been waiting to see this shit. Yeah, for the last 3-4 years.
Since they really got into the league. Since they got into the league. We've been waiting for it.
Yeah. So, and now, and like I said, that win against the Kansas City Chiefs, bro, that a win like that for a team that young can do a lot for their confidence.
Win.
Man, so shout out to Jacksonville. They're sitting pretty at 4-1. I cannot wait for Colts and Jags. That is gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're making. All I'm gonna say is that they're making the right moves. They're taking the right steps in the right direction.
Okay. Number 6. Yeah, number 6. I got the Washington. You got the Broncos at 6. I got the Communist Party at 6.
No, not you. Not you too.
I've been calling them Communist Party. No, I've been calling them the Communist Party since they changed their name to the Commanders. So at number 5, I got the Los Angeles Rams here at number 5. They were ranked 3 last week. It's still to me a Super Bowl contender team, but they need to address the secondary in the season in order for them to truly for me to go. Yeah, they're gonna get that chip. So number 5. I'm gonna run through the rest, and I'm gonna let you run through the rest. So 5 is the Rams. Yep. 4 is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers +5 last week. Number 9, they're just getting. This is one of the teams that's just getting better and better and better each week. And I wouldn't be surprised they crack the top 3. I still got Buffalo in the top 3. that was their opportunity to crush any type of potential confidence that the New England Patriots had. But I still think they're nonetheless a top three team. Just like I believe that the Philadelphia Eagles is still a top three team. They just not finding that chemistry and that spark right now. But the number one team to me, Detroit Lions.
Okay. So we agreed on
They're the
out
hottest.
of
They're the
four.
hottest team in the league. The hottest team in the league. The best, most complimentary team in the league. And you can't find a lot of faults in their game whatsoever. You can't, because even when they played against the best defense in the league in the Cleveland Browns, you really couldn't find a lot of faults in it. Oh yeah, Detroit, number one.
Awesome, bro. We agreed at least on one of those in our top five. Number 5, I got the Los Angeles Rams. I wanted them higher, but I first go a little over them because of that win. But I have the Rams at 5, the Lions at 4, 49ers at 3, the Colts at 2, and the Bucks at 1.
Yeah.
I love what the Bucks are doing, and I love what the Colts are doing. BJ is out there slinging that rock, as Ragu would say.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's move on to predictions. We're gonna do rapid fire for the predictions. Thursday night football, which was a
Thursday night.
Wait. So
oh no, I'm bad. My bad. That was
okay. So Thursday night, Giants host Philadelphia Eagles. Last time they faced off against each other was Week 18, where the Eagles won 20-13. Eagles 7.5-point favorites, and again, Philadelphia gets some of that confidence back. But if the Philadelphia loses game, they might find themselves out of the top 5, maybe on the outskirts of the top 10. But as of now, Philadelphia with the dub.
Damn, he said on the outskirts of a potential top 10.
If they lose against the Giants,
I don't blame you though. But yeah, no, I get it. But no, I got a Philly as well. 24-10.
Oh, we're going to the London Bird, huh? We're going to toss upon the ball wall. Get yourself a ball wall. And we got the Jets versus the Denver Broncos. The Jets versus Denver Broncos. You know, I know I do.
Give me the Broncos
impression. Last time faced off against each other, 10-9 victory for the Denver Broncos. That was back last year. That was that boring ass game last year between Bo Nix and Aaron Rodgers. The Denver Broncos 7.5-point favorites. Give me the New York Jets for their first win of the year.
Wow.
They get their first win across the wall.
Yes. No, I'm gonna go ahead and take Denver on that. They got too much confidence going into this week. All
right, the 4-1 Indianapolis Colts, the 2-3 Arizona Cardinals. Colts 7.5-point favorites. Last time they faced off against each other was Christmas Day 2021. Indianapolis won 22-16. Colts 4th best offense against the Cardinals 23rd ranked defense.
Who's home?
Who do you have? Indianapolis.
Oh, I got the Colts. And Colts are home?
Yes, Colts are home. And I got the Colts as well.
Yeah, I'm going to take, give me DJ and them.
Boy, you rolling up a blunt while we on this?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I don't give a fuck. I was just saying, like,
no.
At number, not number. He's kind of thrown off a little bit. Okay. Next is the Los Angeles Rams versus the Baltimore Ravens. Rams 7.5-point favorite. A lot of 7.5. Last time they faced off against Ravens won 37-31. Rams second best offense against the Ravens 31st ranked defense. Ravens 22nd best ranked offense against the Rams ranked at 14th in defense. Who do you got?
Give me the Rams on that one.
Give me the Rams. And this is the Rams' third game on the East Coast already. So they should be used to losing.
So they're already well and fresh.
Yeah.
Already.
So yeah, give me the Rams on that. Especially if Cooper Rush is playing. Next we got the Seattle Seahawks going to Jacksonville. playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time they faced off
Give
against
me
each
the
other.
Jags.
Yeah, Jags, October 31st, 2021. Seattle won 31-7. Jags 15th ranked offense against Seattle's 18th ranked defense. Seattle is 11th in offense. Jacksonville 22nd in defense. You said give you the
Ooh,
Jags.
yeah. Yeah, give me
Give
the Jags, man.
me
And it's in Jacksonville.
give me the Jacksonville Jaguars as well. Kind of agreeing on this a little bit. All right, next up on the list is the Los Angeles Chargers go against the Miami Dolphins. Chargers 3.5 favorites. Last time they faced off against each other was September 10th, 2023, where Miami won 36-34. I think that was a Sunday night game. Boy, I got a good
Give me
encyclopedic
the.
mind.
I'm gonna take
Do
the
you want to hear the
Chargers, but I
rankings?
guarantee them. What happened?
Did you? Okay, you saying the Chargers?
I'm taking the Chargers, yeah, but Justin Herbert will have at least 2 interceptions, and it's going to be the run game that carries them.
Give me the Chargers as well. The 2-2-1 Dallas Cowboys travel up to North Carolina to play the Panthers. Last time they faced off against each other was December 15th of 2024. Dallas won 30-14. Cowboys defense in the league, but best offense in the league for Dallas. Carolina 24th ranked offense, 9th best defense. So it's a battle of it's an in reverse game right here.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Dallas and real quick, I just want to say Dak so far these are not garbage time stats that you're seeing.
No. I'm going to take Carolina in this game. I feel like
hook them long enough.
I feel like I think the defense is gonna outshadow this offense, and Rico off again. Who knows? Especially, Rico might go, especially against the 23rd ranked run defense. So, yeah, 23rd ranked run. Yeah, Dallas is the 23rd ranked defense in running.
Ooh.
The Saints hosts team, the New England Patriots. Patriots 3.5-point favorites. Last time they faced off against each other, New Orleans whipped that ass on October 23, 34-0. Do you seek another shutout for the New Orleans Saints?
Oh God, I hope not. But I got the Patriots. I got them 7. I got them winning it. It's gonna be close. I got them winning it 17-14.
Give me the New England Patriots for this. 4 o'clock games. We talked about the Browns last year. Unless they play across the water. The Tennessee. Oh gosh, it is 2 boo-boo schemes. Tank Bowl, Toilet Bowl. The Tennessee Titans versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Last time they faced off against each other, Tennessee won back. Wow, it has been 3 years since these 2 franchises played against each other.
Give me Tennessee.
It seems like it's very rare for 2 AFC teams to go that long without playing against each other. Tennessee did win that matchup 24-22. We got.
I got Tennessee. I think Cam Ward's going to keep that same poised confidence, and they're going to. And Cam Moore's going to have a good day. I think he's going to throw for at least 205.
I got Tennessee, but this will be Las Vegas' best chance to win a game here. The San Francisco 49ers, the battle of 2 number 1 teams in the division, 49ers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Up against each other, San Francisco won the 2024 opening line. Tampa 2.5-point favorites. We got.
Yep, give me Tampa. I did not know Mac Jones already has 905 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 1 INT so far. 1 interception to 9 touchdowns. Where was this in New England?
Give me Tampa, especially if either one of his quarterbacks play. And it's looking like it's a possibility. The Joe Flacco led Cincinnati Bengals goes against the Green Bay Packers.
Give me Pack City.
Green Bay, 14.5
Yeah.
point favorites. And the last time they played against each other, October 10th, 2021, Green Bay won that 25-2. You said give me Green. You said Green Bay. I say Green Bay as well. The Detroit Lions go against the AFC defending champions, Kansas City Chiefs, which
Oh,
could have
man,
been
the
a
Chiefs
full
gotta
matchup
lose
over the last
again?
couple of years. Yeah.
Damn. So that means
But
they're about to
this
fall
isn't
2 games under
Arrowhead.
500?
This isn't Arrowhead. It's Sunday
Nah,
night
give
in
me-
Arrowhead. I
Yeah,
think
give
Detroit
me
is
the
up for the
Lions.
challenge. Last time they faced off against each other, 21-20. Detroit won that September 7th, 2023. So Detroit has been in
was
this
that-
situation, and that was
Yeah.
when
was the
Kansas City was
kickoff
celebrating their
season.
championship. Yep.
Yeah,
So Detroit has
And
been in this
that's when
situation before.
And real quick too, that was also when we started saying things like, "Man, they receivers can't catch shit."
Yeah.
That's when it all started.
Right. Doubleheader Monday Night Football. The Buffalo Bills traveled to the dirty, dirty South to play against the Atlanta Falcons. Last time they faced off against each other, January 2nd of 2022, where Buffalo won 29-15. I think that was actually a scoregami game. Atlanta, best defense in the league, going against the third best offense in the league. Who you got?
I got the Bills and Josh Allen, and the Bills are gonna play pissed off.
This is what I'm talking about. How can you have? I want you to listen to where they're ranked at on both sides of the ball for Atlanta. They're 6th in total yards, so they're 6th best offense, 13th in passing, 6th in rushing. They are low in points per game. They're 26th, and they're the 10th best team on third downs. Their defense, the best defense in the league, best passing defense in the league, the 16th ranked running defense. They are 15th best allowed. And they're the 6th best team. And they're the 6th best team when it comes to getting off the field as a defense. How the fuck are they a bottom 3 team, Dre?
I mean, that's cool, but they're about to get exposed this weekend. Completely exposed. Naked.
All right. Well, it's in Atlanta, so I'm actually
They
gonna
are
change my
getting
prediction here.
exposed.
Where's my pen at? Because I originally had Buffalo winning this, and the more and more I look at that, and maybe the points per game is gonna be the neutralizing factor into that. But
damn,
give me
what were
Atlanta
they
for
ranked
the,
in? For the points again?
26 on offense.
Damn, 26.
They only average 19 points.
Oh fuck.
So that just shows me that Atlanta misses opportunities to score touchdowns. But give me Atlanta. Atlanta's coming off the bye. They're rested. And yeah, give me Atlanta. I'm gonna change my mind.
Clip that last part that you just said, because me and you are for sure gonna if because you said that's gonna be the points that you just said that might be like their biggest issue this season. I want you to clip that, because when next season comes, I mean the end of the season, when they say what do they need to correct, I'm gonna remember this.
Great points. And then finally, the Chicago Bears, the Bears. Well, not finally, because we still got to talk about the Browns. But the Bears travel to the nation's capital. They're going to travel as they see the Communist Party taking over Washington, D.C. Last time they faced off against each other was the infamous Hail Mary game last year. The infamous, oh no, give me Chicago, because while JC was trying to discredit me, Chicago ain't forget about that shit whatsoever. So give me Chicago to go in motivated. They return back to the scene of the crime. Give me Chicago for the dub.
Take Chicago. Boy, I'm gonna give me J5 and those Commanders. I was gonna say the other team, but that's not their name anymore.
And finally, it's rivalry week here, and the tension's been up. And the trash talking has been up. And there's been a lot of barking and hooting and hollering. Oh yeah, it's Pittsburgh Cleveland week, and it gets a little tense in this city. It's a little bit of tension in this city. You got a lot of people that are Pittsburgh fans. over here. A lot of people think Pittsburgh does travel well, but when it comes to Cleveland, like a lot of people think like Pittsburgh travels well to Cleveland, Cleveland travels well to Pittsburgh. You really don't hear Cleveland Browns fans in Pittsburgh stadiums all like that, and for good reason. But like, there's a reason why people believe that Pittsburgh like takes over our stadium. There is a lot of Pittsburgh fans, and remember, Pittsburgh is less than 2.5 hours away from here. They're closer to us than Columbus, Ohio is. So that's
So
true.
then that's the real rivalry.
It is. It is.
I'm thinking it was Browns or not even
No, because Cincinnati is 4 hours away. So,
Oh,
yeah, Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Like they're a lot of times Pittsburgh, like when Pittsburgh travels up here, like to Cleveland, they will take a team bus, like instead of like getting on the plane. Like that's how close in proximity it is. So first of all, my dog pound. Let me get 2 barks. And a dog. As a Pittsburgh Steelers win. But I gotta root for my team. But unfortunately, outside of January 10th, 2021, the Cleveland Browns have not won at Pittsburgh since 2003. And I expect that bullshit 22-year streak to continue. So give me the Pittsburgh Steelers, but it is going to be a dogfight because guess what? It's AFC North football and ain't a lot of points scored. So that means it's going to be a lot of paint drying moments in this game. Go Browns. I hate to say with a burning passion that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to beat Cleveland Browns. But 1, I got to be realistic. 2, I got to be a little unbiased on this channel. But do I want the Cleveland Browns to go in their house, put their hand in the cookie jar and take the food out the fridge, take everything out of Pittsburgh, take their steel mills, take their rivers, take everything, all the bridges that they won, and their shitty, no, they can keep their shitty baseball team, and everything that they could imagine, and go in there and have an immaculate reception, have an immaculate game, and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers as you goddamn right. I want it to happen because the Browns, from an unbiased standpoint, is going to go in there and bark and grumble and bite and do everything and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. But for unbiased reasons, Pittsburgh wins.
Yeah, I got Pittsburgh as well. Also, I want to say in that game, for me, it's 10 a.m., right?
Yes.
That game? Okay, so that'll be the one I cover for my blog this weekend. But I will say, I think Aaron Rodgers will end his day.
Oh, yeah. I
think
Myles
he's
Garrett.
because it's a real quick, just because it is like you said, these are division matchups, so these are usually the toughest because you see each other twice a year. So I think Rodgers will throw for a $195. I think Rodgers ends his day throwing a $150, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and maybe 2 sacks at most.
It is time to show the world why I call Aaron Rodgers Sharon Rodgers. Myles Garrett,
can't wait.
You haven't had a sack in 2 weeks. That's okay. I'm going to get you a sack of potatoes to motivate you to get to Aaron Rodgers and dominate the Pittsburgh Steelers offense line because you know they can't stop you. And even if you got to swing a helmet or 2 around, that's okay. TJ Watt, you overrated wannabe pass rusher. The Cleveland Browns will contain you like they always do. And what you think you gonna do, Jalen Ramsey? What you think you gonna do?
4 interception day.
The Cleveland Browns, baby. Let's go. And that has been from the nosebleed. I just cut a wrestling promo, but it is what it is. Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? You can tell I'm pumped, baby. You can tell I'm pumped. And I'm probably waking my neighbors up too, but they just gonna have to complain. But this has been another installment up from the Nosebleed Power Rankings. And Dre, just want to say thank you for taking a special seat with me and with everybody in the nosebleed section. Go ahead. Do you have any final thoughts before you leave the nosebleeds?
Me personally, though, well, outside, I really love being on the show. And number two, I just appreciative to be here, man, because I got to put my rankings out there. At the end of the season, you will see why I have Atlanta where I have Atlanta. Don't worry. And Kyler Murray is going to surprise the fuck out of you, Tyrell. I promise you.
No, he won't. He will.
But this is my
surprise me of
last year,
becoming more
Kyler.
shit.
This is my last year, Kyler.
Go ahead and tell him the blog again. Andre Lakes
blogspot.com. Yes, sir. And just real quick to let everyone know, Sunday, unfortunately, I will be covering obviously the postseason. Well, I think it kind of really depends on the win or go home situation, on the wins and go home situation, depending on the series leads. But I will be covering the Browns versus Steelers for my blog this coming Sunday. And then hockey will be up and going, but either during a rest period when MLB, before they start the next round, or it'll be just after MLB. You know, I'm not trying to overly kill myself. But I want y'all to know, like, that's the list right now. That's what we're gonna get going
You
for
know what?
hockey.
You know what, Dre? I just had it as you were saying that. From an unbiased standpoint, I don't care if it comes off as bias. The Cleveland Browns will beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah,
will
you
beat
have
the
the
Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh
Steelers.
Steelers.
JC, you better be watching because I changed my prediction from yesterday. I just changed my prediction from 5 minutes ago. The Cleveland Browns will march into Pittsburgh and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's say.
Did you call them the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Pittsburgh Steelers? Oh,
the nosebleed section. The Pittsburgh. I don't give a damn. Brown. All pulling the nosebleed section. And the nosebleed section is growing. We're 11 away from 100.
Yes, it is.
Please hit that like button.
Go hit that like and subscribe button. Also, I want a Red Bull. Tyrell, you froze. Hello? That's for sure not me.
All right. And I think that's it. So that's it from the nosebleed. I don't know what's got cut out. I'm gonna find out. But thank you all for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I literally just lost internet connection in the middle of my stream. Like that just kind of like ticked me off, but it's all good. Everything happens for a reason. I hope everything recorded. So this is Tyrell from the Nosebleeds signing off.